It's incredible. I feel totally at peace here.
I fell in love with the people.
From the early get-ups, the healthy food, the quality teaching, the planned trips, the structure, the downtime.
I feel a greater sense of well-being.
My depression, I know when it started. I moved to Canada, I had 3 kids, small kids. And I also have a son in the middle that has cerebral palsy. I had problems with my marriage and I was completely neglecting myself and trying to take care of all this. It got to a point that my body shut down.
Toronto focuses on material, possessions, individualism. And what Cambodia showed me is that people don't have a lot and they're happy. That society makes you almost like lose yourself.
You know, it's definitely been a struggle for me in the last couple of years. Ups and downs of the relationships that affect me positively and negatively. Family business, so dealing with family, it's great, but it has its challenges.
When I was about 21, I started getting hip pain. I was very active, lots of sports. I was running 2 businesses, I had some investment properties. I was just trying to always do as much as I could, and my body was suffering because of it. I was sleeping 1 to 2 hours a night for the last 5 years, and then it started shutting down.
Always battled weight, that was a #1 thing. You know, even now it's still clocking in my head. In England, if you have a few depressive thoughts, they get you on antidepressants. So I started antidepressants at 15, started taking drugs at 19, walked away from a business that was successful.
Being open and creating superficial relationships has been my forte.
My first reaction was that it felt like home. So we were coming from another city that was very busy. You felt lost, you felt like a tourist, but when we got here, you felt like you were home.
I'm trying not to get attached to how good it is, put it that way, as you can see by my face.
At first, I didn't think a retreat was really my style of traveling because I travel quite a bit and I'm very independent in how I travel. It's nice because when you travel to a country like Cambodia that is so far away and that is a culture that you've never been exposed to, it's nice to know that somebody else has done all the research for you.
So it is considered a very sacred mountain, a lot of importance historically, culturally, spiritually. This is basically the mountain where they got all the sandstone and they brought it back, and that's what they built the temples with. This is also considered the place basically where the Khmer Empire was built, where it started. That's where they gained their independence.
The temples were peaceful, so I loved that. I've never got such a grounding experience in my life.
Now today we are having a retreat day in terms of cooking lessons.
Looks like a zucchini. So that's what group 1 is making. And then group 2 is making Khmer sandwiches. I'll take one. We want bigger chunks.
We walked to the market, and from the market we got a ride with cows. Got me back to Brazil and to the old times that was the way to do things, and I loved it. And it took me to be a child again.
1, 2, 3. Yes!
Another big part of the reason why I decided to come here was to see what it's like for children in this country, but more so for myself, if I could contribute in the smallest of ways just to put a smile on a child's face, but it did something for me just to see smiles on these children when we just gave them a fraction of what we have. But most importantly, we just gave them our time.
I like this trip because it was a little bit of everything. So we had the opportunity to give back, but you also have the opportunity to explore and to be in nature and to have, you know, your indulgences as well. So I like how well-rounded the entire experience has been.
This is not just about yoga. This is about experiencing life. It's a chance to be with a group.
One of the great things of the retreat is that not just knowing the culture, not teaching the culture, experiencing the culture.
What's really cool is I don't feel judgment here. I feel like I can just be myself.
Cambodian people, how they live their lives, they are rich in the heart and the soul. And that's what I want to take with me.
So I think we're all just a set of memories that you carry with you. So I have new ones now.
I used to be a very calm and peaceful person, and I got away from that in the last few years. I kind of reminded myself of that peaceful person that I used to be, and I want to try to bring him home.
This is where I am, you know. It looks like I'm in ecstasy in heaven, but that's how I used to be and how I like to enjoy life, and that's what I'm allowing myself without guilty to experience here.